All right. Hi, everyone. We are going live. I think we've been trying to get the stream quality up and running for a while now, and we've done the best that we can to get the best quality stream. I've been literally working on this all day. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please let me know that the audio and the video quality is good. I'd really appreciate you letting me know that. Today we're jumping into something. We'll do that shortly once I see people dropping into the chat that the quality is good enough. So if you can hear me, if you can see me, go ahead and let me know. Pop that into the chat. And I'm getting a few people saying through text or through the chat there that they can see me, they can hear me. So again, we're going to go through and hello to everybody for joining us. This is a little bit different for me here. We're starting a live stream. It's been something that I've wanted to do for a while, and today just seemed like the opportunity, so we may as well get started with it. And today we're going to be talking about how to structure, how to schedule, how to plan out your day through this crazy time that we have going on right now, through the coronavirus outbreak, where a lot of us have seen our lifestyles change in the past few weeks. And we really kind of have a lot of unknown of where to go from here. So I want to do that. If you have any questions whatsoever as we go through this live stream, please let me know down in the comments below, in the chat below. Send me a message and I'll try to update those as we go through. We're not going to be on here for too long. Hopefully I can give you some ideas that I've kind of toyed around with myself, hopefully some ideas that can encourage you and you're going to be able to get some good stuff out of it. But as we go through this right now, I just want to give you a quick introduction to who I am. My name is Matt. I started this channel, Greatness Every Day, about 2 years ago, and it was really a challenge to myself and to encourage other people to strive for living their greatest life, whatever that means, when times are good and when times are kind of challenging like right now. So that stuff does not stop when things get challenging. And this has been pretty exciting for me. Actually, today we're going to hit 1 million minutes watched on YouTube, which is a huge milestone for me that I never thought that we'd actually get to. So that's cool to kind of celebrate that with a live stream, the first live stream of this sort. So we are going to go down and get started right now. If you notice in the chat or in the comments below, in the video description as well, I've put a link to where you can actually get the document that we're going to be working with. And today, my personal experience is what we're going to talk about, and some of the things that I've been doing in order to really schedule my days out to be productive, to be purposeful in what I do, and really just kind of feel good about myself. Because in the end, when I speak to times that I've been on vacation, I'm always looking forward to going back to work, because I'm a person that likes structure. I'm a person that likes routine. And I'm going to give you plenty of ideas of things that you can incorporate into your day-to-day, that you can structure your day to be purposeful and to be productive, and all of the things that come with that. But I'm going to tell you, I don't want to overwhelm you with information. What I want to do is give you 2, 3, 4 takeaways that you can pick out of this whole thing. And I want you to go through and make sure that you focus on adding just a couple of those things to your daily routine, because what I talk about today isn't going to encompass everything to everyone's individual circumstances, because some people are working now, some people aren't, some people have families to look after, some people don't. So I'm going to give you an option of things that you can do right now that are going to help you structure your day and just be a higher quality day as you go through living your greatest life every day. That's the whole point of what I try to do here. And some days that goes really well, and some days that's harder. That's a challenge. So let's jump into what we're doing right now. If you see here, this is a document that you are going to see as you go down into the video description. And as I go through this right now, actually, I'm going to put this link in the chat so that you can join this. If you want to get the free planner, here it is. I'm going to put this into the chat right now. You should be able to click that link that you can see, and everything should be good for you. You should be able to click that link, get a free planner that is really this document that we're going to go through right now, and how to structure your day. Many of us are finding ourselves in this new term that we've never heard of before, most likely until a few weeks ago, called social distancing. And now we're also hearing it called physical distancing. Some people I know are watching this are actually in quarantine. So we've got people from a couple different countries around the world that I know of. If you want to tell me where you're watching this from, go ahead and type that into the chat. That'd be cool to see kind of where people are watching this from. But now all of a sudden we have these new terms: quarantine and social distancing, physical distancing, and we've had our lives changed for a temporary amount of time, and our lives have been disrupted. So really, from my personal experience, being stuck at home can be difficult. Being confined to your home for most of the time, maybe your routine has just changed a little bit, right? That can be difficult. So this document is something that I made to help you structure your day, as I said, to be more purposeful and more productive. So I've got a few activities here that I'm excited to share with you. So let's jump into that right now. You're going to see the first page. It's a really simple 2-page document. I like everything to be 2 pages because it needs to be easy for you to use. The first part, the components, are what we're going to talk about now. And then down on the back page, it's got a planner. It's got the daily schedule that you can use. And I'm going to say this is a document that I think you can start using right away. You can plan your day out tomorrow with this. You can plan your week out with this as well. And if it's something you really want to use over and over again, maybe take like a page protector, slide that into it, and then you can use and mark on things as you go through and complete your activities with a whiteboard marker. But let's get into that right now. So the daily components that I'm looking at you suggesting maybe that you should add, the first 3 actually come from this book here. It's called The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. It's a book that I would highly recommend you read. It's one of the best books that I've read, just in general. But he starts his days. He starts his first hour of his days with something that he calls the power hour, and it consists of 20 minutes of movement, 20 minutes of learning, and 20 minutes of reflection. And he says that these are what the masters are doing. The legends of our time are starting their days with what he calls the power hour. And I'm not going to say that you have to limit that to 20 minutes. And for the purpose of what we're doing here on this live stream, and maybe your schedule has changed drastically and you have so much time on your hands, you don't have to limit those things to 20 minutes. And that's something that presents yourself with an opportunity. So I'm not saying that's what has to happen, but these are 3 things that you should incorporate in your day. And I'm not saying they have to happen in this order. What I am doing is saying you should definitely incorporate some movement into your days, right? Get outside, get exercising. So some examples of that could be walking, running, swimming if you have that luxury right now, biking, some interval training, or some weights. Anything else that you like to do that gets you active and get moving, you need to incorporate that into your day. Now, I said before that I really like to go through and start my day. Actually, the very first thing that I do when I wake up, if I'm following this schedule and I'm really looking forward to my day, is I get moving, right? And then after that, I go through and I do a time of reflection. 20 minutes minimum. I do a time of reflection here, and that could look like a few different things. For me, I write in a gratitude journal, journaling something that I've started in the past year and a half, almost 2 years now, but it's been one of the best habits that I really have said has changed my life, and I would really encourage people to do that as well. So journaling is one of those things that you can tie into your reflection time. Maybe you are spiritual, you have faith, you're able to sit down and pray, spend some time in prayer. That's a great way to start your day. Spending some time in gratitudes, or maybe you have another form of reflection that you want to do. The third piece to that is learning. You read a book, you listen to a podcast, you listen to an audiobook, which is a great way to consume content now. Maybe you watch a documentary. By starting your day with those 3 things, I tell you, it really primes your body. It really primes your mindset for what is to come. So I'd really encourage you to incorporate those 3 aspects that are going to be really powerful if you incorporate those into your daily routine. A morning routine is important. When I can speak to my routine has changed and I'm not waking up at a good time in the morning, I'm not maybe taking a shower, or I'm not going ahead and getting dressed. I'm staying in my pajamas the whole day. Like, that really affects my mindset. That affects how productive I am throughout the day. So make sure that you're continuing those good habits, even if it means you get dressed up like you would as you were normally going to work. That's a good habit to continue with. Work time, obviously, for some of you, although your time at a physical location has changed, you might find yourself working from home or an alternate location. The work still has to get done. So make sure that you're very particular about scheduling in your work time. And I like to talk about something called a Pomodoro. I like to, as much as possible, do my work in Pomodoro. So that means that you go through, you work for 25 minutes, no distractions. You sit down, you work for 25 minutes, you take a 5-minute break, and that's called a Pomodoro. Once you do 4 of those, you go ahead and take a longer break. But it's a really good way to stay focused and at the same time getting the breaks that you need. And I find it to be really efficient. So there are videos on my channel about Pomodoro method, or you could do a quick Google search to find a lot of good stuff for that. And then obviously eating a healthy breakfast. If you want to really produce and put out your most, what you have to do is go ahead and put quality in if you want quality out. So make sure that you're eating good food. And that's one thing that I've a little bit of time on my hands now. I've been needing to focus on. And if I'm being honest, that's something that I started to do recently, taking advantage of that time, because I believe that, yeah, things have changed for us right now. There is some sort of adversity, but at the same time, there is a huge opportunity to take this experience that we're going through right now and use it to come out of it better people at the end. And that's really why I'm here, where I'm trying to share this stuff with you. Filling your water bottle, it's a really good idea to fill up your water bottle, to drink what is in that water bottle, some good quality water, and then go ahead and refill it up throughout the day. Don't just drink it once. Healthy lunch, healthy supper, getting outside, soaking up some vitamin D. It just does so much for your body, yes, but also your mindset, also for anxiety levels, as some people right now are just focusing on the news the whole time. It would do themselves so good if they were able to actually get outside and get away from the news, but just spend some time in some fresh air. So that's a really good thing that I think you should incorporate into each and every day. Whether you involve your exercise as getting outside, or you just get outside, you sit down on your porch or your patio or something like that, you need to go ahead and get outside each and every day. Spend some family time. Spend some time with friends. Do that in a safe manner. So obviously some people I know watching this, I've talked to people, are actually in quarantine. So that kind of makes it a little bit more difficult for some people. Some people are doing the social distancing thing as they've been mandated to do. And we have to trust that there's a reason for that, obviously, and that we have faith in the reason that we've been given for that. And it's going to work if we follow what we're being told. So spending time with friends and family when it is appropriate. At the same time, you might want to go ahead and spend some time FaceTiming someone, right? I was talking to someone the other day who said, I'm going to go ahead and I need to actually schedule in who I'm going to talk to in the different days, just so that they hold themselves accountable to actually doing that. And that's a really good thing that you can do. Thinking about people that can't get out of their house right now, some older people, right? People that maybe don't have families. Thinking about who you can talk to also make your day brighter, but also provide that service, and just kind of looking out and helping others where you can. I've also scheduled this one in. When should you check your phone? Because for me, if I'm checking my phone, I'm on Facebook or Instagram reading all the latest highlights and news headlines and stuff like that. It drains me. I'll be honest with you, it drains me. So if you really want to be productive, as I said, during those Pomodoro methods that I do my work, those 5 minutes that I have are for checking my phone or for checking an email, getting away from the task that I've been working on already. You actually might want to go ahead and schedule in your time to make sure that you check your phone at purposeful times and for purposeful reasons, not just to get lost in your device, because that can happen to me very, very easy. And I've also left 3 things there down at the bottom: other tasks that you might have. You might have to go get groceries for someone and drop them off in a safe manner. You might have to do something for your kid or for your husband or wife or something like that. So I've left those tasks there for you to fill out. as you go through. I see a lot of people here jumping in saying St. Kitts and Nevis. Awesome. Thanks, Christina. Quiz Pam. Awesome, Jamie. Glad you could join us. Sackville, of course, and Cousin Tim. Some good resources there. Let's jump into the second page. So it says to use the activities from the previous page to plan out your day below. And I just put a random date from 7 a.m. to 11. That's typically where my days are starting lately. Wake up and ready to go by 7 a.m. And usually going to bed around 11 p.m. To make sure that I get a good quality sleep. That might be different for you. You can change that. Go ahead and change that. I don't care. But what I would really suggest you do is you take those activities that we just talked about, those 13 activities and maybe even more, and you schedule out your day. If you want every single day to be the exact same, go ahead, print this off. You can write it in by hand with a pen in the activity. So the very first thing that I do when I wake up is I'm going to do my time of movement, right? If you look back here, this is a canvas that I've made. I just like seeing this stuff visually. It's a morning routine canvas. The very first thing that I do when I wake up is I try to get my movement in, right? For me, at this time, I've stepped up my training for an Ironman triathlon. So I have a lot of training to do now. So I'm not just going to be doing 20 minutes of movement every single day. I'll probably start my day with an hour run or an hour bike ride. So that's one of the things that I'm going to be doing and incorporating in. So you can actually type in to that your activity. You're going to say movement and you're going to say bike ride for 1 hour. Okay, that might be what you choose to do. You might choose to go for a walk. You might choose to do yoga, do something else. But I'd really encourage you to put that in, and it doesn't have to be for that 1 hour time frame. You can use it for whatever you want to do for however long you want to do it as well. As I said before, put that into a plastic protector and basically set this whole sheet up as a checkbox. That last column there that you're going to see allows people to check it off if they've completed it, right? If you track it digitally, that's great. If you track it just with a whiteboard marker and you reuse it each and every day, you're able to go through and do that. So that is the document there. I really want to encourage people to plan out your day in advance. So for me, today's Sunday. I like to go through, get out my calendar on my computer. That way it syncs up with my phone. And I like to go through and make sure that I schedule out the week somewhat, as much as I can, in advance. So tonight I'm going to actually spend probably 30 minutes and blocking out the different days of the week, what I have to do. And it's changed a little bit. Obviously, I don't have as many commitments where, for me, I'm a high school teacher. A lot of schools across North America have closed and are transitioning into online learning, and some have closed until the end of the school year. So you're just waiting to kind of see what those next steps are. And when you don't have the structure that you're used to, it can be challenging on your mindset. It can be challenging on your productivity. It can be challenging just to get out of bed some mornings. And I think that's why this structure, hopefully, that this worksheet gives you is going to be something that you can use to track and really make sure that you are following through on really not just kind of going through the motions as we have this time of uncertainty, but really taking advantage of the time that we've been given here and making sure that we're helping each other out, we're staying more purposeful, and we're really helping our communities out as well. So I'm going to scroll back up here and just say, if you have any questions, now would be a good time to put those in the video chat. I can go through and stay on for a couple minutes and answer those, but make sure that you do go down and click that link, get the actual document that you can use. You can print it off, you can keep it on your screen, you can keep it on your device, whatever you use it on your phone or on your computer to track these things. But at the same time, I just want to say, any questions at all, let me know. I'll take a look at these right now. All right, thanks for all the comments about the resources. Okay, we say Christina here, helpful to stay on track, especially when you're stuck at home and starting to lose track of the days. I can admit and I can relate to that one. There was sometimes last week I was like, is today Wednesday? Is it Tuesday? Is it Thursday? I really don't know. Hopefully that changes soon. Hopefully I'm able to understand what days there are. looking forward to planning the days to stay productive. So that's great. I'm glad to hear that. And I hope that everybody that jumps either on this live stream, thank you for jumping on here, or if you watch the replay of this, or depending on the quality when I watch it back, if I need to, I'm just going to actually film a full video to really do this justice, because I want to make sure that the quality is good. Even though the video quality might not be the best right now, I do hope that the quality of the resource is actually good for you. So live stream's a little bit different. It's exciting for me to jump on here to see people from a couple different places around the world jump in as well. And hopefully you found this valuable. Hopefully this is something that you're going to be able to use. And at the same time, if you did, why not go ahead and share that resource with somebody? So what I do here at Greatness Every Day is a challenge to myself. It's a challenge to others to live their greatest life. If you really want to stick around, please click the subscribe button, go through and click the thumbs up. And I just want to say thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Hopefully you enjoy that resource and have a great week.